If your regional grocer brand doesn't deliver consistent experiences online and in store, how long before shoppers shift into bigger players? That's the reality facing independent and regional grocers today. Customers expect a seamless journey, whether they're scrolling on your website, scrolling on your app, or even walking in your aisles. If online promotions, pricing, or product availability don't match in-store experiences, you risk losing not just the sale, but long-term loyalty. I'm going to share with you the best insights that are circling around out there for regional grocers. I'm Professor Ken, and this is Omnichannel Grocer. Welcome back to Omnichannel Grocer. This is the channel where grocery meets the future of shopping. I'm Professor Ken, and today we're simplifying the big omnichannel conversation in grocery industries into 3 essential strategies that I think could work for regional grocers. The truth is, shoppers aren't comparing you only to other grocers in town. They're measuring your experience against national chains and digital-first retailers. They invest heavily in omnichannel innovation. So where's the good news here? Well, if regional grocers can compete and win by leveraging the data, digital storytelling, and AI-powered personalization, they can deliver the same level of convenience and consistency customers expect, while they keep their unique community connection that the big players cannot replicate. We'll talk about agility and customer trends, the breaking the silos and data-driven excellence that you need, and how retail media and AI are reshaping the entire game. So for each, I'll highlight an AI tool for you that we can start exploring today. Let's start with agility. In today's retail world, the ability to change course quickly in operations, marketing, or tech isn't just an advantage, it's really survival. So agility only works if you know what's changing. That's why keeping an ear on all these macro consumer trends is very critical. Right now, one of the most important trends that's happening is what we call this trade-off consumer. Shoppers who splurge in some areas but cut back in others. Think premium organic milk paired with private label pasta, right? There was a report, McKinsey State of the Consumer Report in 25, that shows that shoppers are tightening their budgets due to, of course, inflation and rising costs. So instead of cutting back everywhere, and I know in our household we're doing the same, we splurge and we trade off in select categories while trading down to other private label options in others. So that's important to understand. We're also seeing meal simplification out there. So consumers are moving towards more simpler recipes with fewer ingredients, cutting out the extras, not only to save time, but to save money, and even in some case, mental energy, right, in this meal planning. So there is some AI tools out there, and the one I like for this is what Nielsen IQ is doing with their AI consumer insights. So Nielsen IQ is using AI to track these shifting trends and these trade-offs in real time. So that way grocers can adjust promotions and assortment and pricing on the fly. So here's something, a formula I like you to think about. Agility plus consumers equal a playbook for survival, right? And when I say consumers, I mean the consumer insights. You need that in order to survive. Now, let's talk about some of the conversations that keep coming up in the different conferences around the country. I recently read on a LinkedIn post about the success of the initiative of the Grocery Next Forum. And in my opinion, regional grocery leaders are really need to understand that they have this tech stack silo. And they need to move to more data-driven decisions so that they help convert into operational excellence. So now many grocers are still trapped in this disconnected system, right? They have a POS over here, a loyalty over there, and e-commerce is somewhere else. And I know from my own experience that this visibility, it slows all the decision making. So when you unify your data and you have data that unifies decisions, it becomes faster and smarter for you. So promotions, assortment, fulfillment, all that can be tested, measured, and even optimized. And if you pair that with operational excellence, cleaner stores, fresher produce, better fulfillment. Now you can create this flywheel of growth and really compete. There are a number of companies now that help consolidate all these tools, and I like to employ some AI tools. And I'm suggesting a few ideas here of these AI tools, which I think will be helpful to you. None of these pay me for my opinion or sponsor the show. I recently spoke with Fusion, who now has a way to combine the in-store actions and actionable data to help personalize that journey, even down to the ESLs on the shelf. So Professor Ken could see his own price as he's walking down the shelf. So it's important here to break these silos, to harness this data and execute with excellence. That's how the grocers are differentiating in this thin margin world that we live in. So finally, we can't ignore the growth of retail media networks. That's everywhere, right? So these retail media networks are now core, in most cases, to how brands and retailers think about spend and customer engagement. The real energy behind these retail media networks comes, though, when you add AI, which is changing the approach of things. So that at industry roundtables, I know that grocers are discussing how do we use these real AI cases to make smarter planograms, predictive labeling schedules, and even chatbots that reduce call center strain. So we're talking about AI-powered planograms that help us automatically optimize shelf, layouts for sales and margins, predictive labor scheduling, matches staffing to traffic patterns in real time, even chatbots, for instance, that handle routine customer questions, cutting the call center strain out and freeing associates sometimes to focus on higher value tasks, which are important. These aren't pilot dreams. These are actually living examples, and some retailers are using and proving how AI can unblock efficiency and better shopping experiences today. So let me paint a picture for you. Imagine Maria, who's a grocery store manager, and she's starting out her day. Instead of walking the aisles with a clipboard, she opens her AI dashboard. The system has already updated planograms overnight, moving in seasonal items to the front and flagging slow movies for markdown, let's say. Her labor scheduling tool is pinging her that there's a traffic surge coming this afternoon, add 2 cashiers between 3 and 6 p.m., and she'll make an adjustment with one click and avoiding the longer lines and the frustration of customers later on in the day, right? Meanwhile, the store's AI, the chatbot, is handling dozens of shopper questions online. Everything from do you carry oat milk to is curbside available at 5 p.m. This helps free up all of our associates from the phones, from their devices, so now they can focus on customer service or even stocking the shelves. So by noon, Maria isn't reacting to problems. She's actually proactively leading because AI has already taken care of all this heavy lifting and the systems are helping her. So the key takeaway here is that when you use AI and you combine the tools that we have, they're not just side projects, they're becoming the backbone of future revenue and shopper engagement to help us get those 1 or 2 points. So I think a roadmap that a seamless commerce grocer should think about is pairing the agility with the consumer insights to the trade-off of this consumer, and make sure that you're breaking silos down. You're unifying your data, you're delivering operational excellence. And the third insight I think was to use AI to help unlock real growth. And the grocers who lean into these shifts will not only survive, but thrive in this new era of seamless commerce. So I guess whether it's agility paired with consumer insights, breaking silos to power data-driven retail media, using real AI to change things, everything is clear to me. The future of grocery is already here. So we have to lean in now to build that kind of seamless experience that win not only sales, but loyalty. And that's the goal here. So I hope these insights are helpful to you. Thanks for watching the Omnichannel Grocer. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that little bell and subscribe down there, and share this with a colleague who's ready to bring the future of shopping into today. I'm Professor Ken, and I'll see you out there.